cups everywhere. I got 3 fucking cups that I use for the same shit. I'm tripping. What's up, pimps? I don't know if the screen's blurry or if it's dirty. You know what? I don't even give a fuck. So, the past like month or two, I've been trying to utilize the macros behind a fucking Costco Pizza, to my advantage to make it easy to get a lot of carbs, protein, and whatever. The macros in for the day or whatnot, and surpass the goal. Because there's maintenance macros, and then there's, and then there's the surplus, the deficits, whatever. So, this whole fucking thing, I'm gonna try to eat again. I had to eat a slice, bro. I was fucking starving. This is the first time that I'm eating. It's 6:14 p.m. It's gonna be my first physical food of the day, so and probably my last. But the magic about that is the macros behind this shit. Let me look it up so I can give you the proper numbers. But it's almost like 4,500 calories in one pizza, and it's very hard to down. I'm telling you right now. So I just put it in. So where is that shit? What the fuck? Okay, that's not true. No, listen. I'm sorry, dude. This fucking sometimes this shit. It works one day and doesn't work the other day. I'm not gonna know. All right, so this one isn't right. The whole Costco cheese pizza. Here's an nutritional information for a whole Costco cheese pizza. All right, so the calories ranges. All right, so this one's, for some reason, this one keeps popping up wrong. This one says that the calories for the whole cheese is 5,760 through 5,800. But when you go to Costco and you look at the menu where you're about to order or whatnot in the line, it tells you the calories on the full cheese and the full pep. It's on those at the store. It says 4,252 or 40. It's 4,200. It's not fucking 56. So I don't know. I'd have to look more into it now. But the point is, my maintenance calories are I think 2,400 if I'm not mistaken. I weigh 195 pounds, 190 pounds, somewhere around there. And so for me to grow, I have to have, they say 1 pound of body fat per gram of protein. But a lot of high level lifters, they say, do 1.5, sometimes 2. There's some people consuming 250, 300 grams of protein, and they're at 190 lean, you know what I'm saying, but big. So I'm trying to do 1.25, 1.5, whatever, because my problem is I don't even, as much as I smoke, I don't eat like that. You know what I'm saying? I won't have appetite, and it's because of my coffee consumption. I consume so much coffee that, coffee naturally by itself, normally it's the nature of coffee is to cause indigestion, which means, it's not going to properly digest, obviously, right? Excuse me. So, with that being said, the past few weeks, man, I've been trying to use this to my advantage because of the fact that since I don't really eat much, hey, if I buy me a whole ass pizza, and if I just eat this for the day, this whole pizza, that's my 4,200 calories, which puts me at a 2,000 calorie surplus almost, which means that I'm going to grow with just this one pizza per day. Sure, everyone's gonna be like, oh, but the ingredients are bad, this and that, the gluten and blah blah whatever. There was a video where a female made a video, and she's one of those people who takes her blood glucose levels, eats a food, and then does it after 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, etc. Right? So the fact that this protein content is so high in this pizza, she made a video proving that when she ate this, and she was trying to eat one big slice, with the slice, because the slices here they cut them into I think 12 slices or 14 slices that are smaller. At the food court, they do maybe an 8-inch, 7-inch slice, right? So the 7 or 8-inch slice, she ate, tested her blood glucose levels before or after, whatever, and because of the protein content in the same food, it didn't spike her blood sugar. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fucking miracle for diabetics who want to have pizza, Costco. And fuck, dude, it's $10.20. Bro, who the fuck can afford that? You know how hard it is to be someone who wants to not be a bodybuilder, but someone who wants to grow muscle, it's not fucking easy, dude. You can go to the gym and diet, slim down, and work out and slim down at the same time. And then, yeah, you're going to have little abs, you're going to have cuts, but to physically grow, to add mass to your body, to go from like a skinny arm to a thick arm, a lot of people think that shit's easy. Even on steroids, it's not easy. If you don't eat properly, sleep properly, rest properly, and structure your routine properly, you can inject 5,000 milligrams a week, dude. It doesn't matter, dude. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people aren't really educated on that. And, you know, like they have to understand that in order to fucking grow, a human being needs to eat. So if you don't have more, and imagine when you work out, you're burning calories. So you're sweating, you're moving, you're getting your blood flowing, you know what I'm saying? You're moving, you're getting shit done, right? So here's the thing. If your maintenance calories, which means your calories that keep you the exact same weight as far as fat, you know, muscle mass, whatever, right? You know, like that stays the same, right? But check it out. If your maintenance calories is 2,400 and you're eating 2,400, your body has a certain percentage of the calories that are burned through exercise. So a lot of the calories that get burned in your body in your day-to-day basis is just by you existing. You're literally just, you know, you get up, like the body has, you know, enzymatic reactions and certain things that it does to continue to properly function throughout the day. When you eat, when you smoke, when you drink, when you do this, when you do that, when you pee, when you shit, when you shower, when you change temperatures around, the body has different mechanisms that happen. So with all these things moving around in your body, for the body to properly function, it needs to use calories as energy as well. So if you're having 2,400 calories and your maintenance is 2,400 calories, you know, you're actually burning calories. So sometimes if you're moving around enough and you really, you know, exaggerate on your diet and your exercise, you'll drop mad weight. So like that's easy, you know what I'm saying? That's not really that hard. You know, that's where discipline comes in, and you know, you just fucking watch what the fuck you put in your mouth, right? So that's easy to do. To grow is hard. There was a video once where Ronnie Coleman had actually, like, he said how much he had to spend a month on food, you know, to be able for, like, you know, contest prep and to be able to fucking become Mr. fucking Olympia like 7 times. And bro, like his cost of food, his cost of groceries was $7,000 a month when he was like at his peak, when he was at his top fucking, you know, in the top of his game. $7,000 a month on food. Can you imagine that? I don't even pay that much in all my bills, car, apartment, everything, none of that shit, all these credit cards, all this shit. But I don't even pay $7,000 like to live my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the fucking, you know, I'm not gonna live at home with my parents. You know, I don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? I pay all my own shit. I have a brand new fucking car, all this shit. So for a man like that, which by the way, he was a cop. Like when he was like in his prime and huge, he was a police officer. You know, so like he's getting a decent normal salary. You know what I'm saying? And to spend $7,000. Like that motherfucker has to work out so much because he needs to be doing competitions on the side and like local gigs to be able to pay for $7,000 worth of just food. Remember, you got your rent, like probably like 2,000-3,000. You know, cars, whatever the fuck. You know, gym memberships. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think anybody would have the balls to make Ronnie Coleman pay for a gym membership. Honestly, that's fucking disrespectful. But yeah, man, I'm gonna attempt, man, to finally kill this pizza, and it's been. The closest I've gotten was I got to, there was 12 slices in the pizza and I ate 10. You know, that was the most I got, which is still around like what, 3,600 calories, which for the day, that was still a day of surplus. So, hey, you know, that day I affected my growth a lot better than I would have. So I still haven't decided on a fucking peptide that I'm going to use, bro. Like, because YouTube is such a fucking, it's a melting pot of like either I don't know, either improper education or just people spreading misleading information, or it's just not true and it's not been proven. And I feel like some of these trials can be fucking like, you know, made on a PDF file, made it look official, and then posted on their videos just to make them seem like they know what the fuck they're talking about, to mislead people, just to get engagement, whatever. I don't fucking know, bro. But the world has become like, you know, like this doctor says this, and then that doctor will make a fucking video talking about this doctor and saying how everything that he said is wrong. So do this instead. So it's like, who the fuck do you even believe anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like the doctors are fucking calling out the doctors, and you know what I'm saying? The neuroscientists are calling out the neuroscientists, and it's just a war going on right now. And now all you gotta do is take a class for like what, a month, and you're a certified personal fucking trainer. Like really? Like the LA Fitness in Hialeah, I go there and some of the personal trainers have a fucking belly. Like fuck, dude. Like I don't bash nobody, bro, when it comes to their body or whatnot, unless it's fucking necessary. But if you want to drive a Rolls Royce, are you gonna take are you gonna take advice from someone who drives a fucking Jeep? You get what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. Like, you know, like even if you get a track car, that's like 150K. A Rolls Royce is like $700,000. You get what I'm saying? So like, he did what it made to happen to get a Jeep that costs 150K, sure. But that nigga over there has a Rolls Royce. I'm gonna go ask him, hey, what did you do to get here? You know what I'm saying? School me on that. You know, sure, I'll take a track car any day, all day. I love that motherfucking car. But a Rolls Royce it speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? So your presence is more known, and it's just, bro, people respect money. You know. The reason why I became addicted to the gym in the first place was because when someone walks in the room and they have a badass physique, bro, automatically there's already a level of respect from everybody in the room, just because of the fact that people know deep inside, subconsciously, even though they won't admit it ever, when they see a man who has a great body, even a woman with a great body, there's like envy behind it because of the simple fact that they know that they couldn't pay any amount of money in the world to look like that. What that took was discipline, motivation, and fucking sacrifice, and a lot of fucking hard work. So like, you walk into I always told everybody, bro, a fat motherfucker in a Gucci shirt or a fit ass nigga in a Nike polo or something, dude in the polo gonna take your bitch, bro, because you fat, nigga. You fat and you got money, whatever. You might get her for the few hours, bro, but she wanna fuck me. She want me, nigga. What you gonna do for her, bro? When's the last time you seen your dick, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got obsessed with that because, you know, it's where discipline is practiced the most in the gym, with fitness, health, diet, all that stuff. Getting your structured routine down. It's not about hey, who does the most steroids or who shows up the most. No, it's doing it properly. It's like, you know, being humble about it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I see people in wheelchairs in my gym, bro, and looking at them, I smile at them, you know, say what's up to them, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, then I'll see some dude who's fucking been on gear for like 10 years, looks fucking phenomenal. It looks like a fucking Lego character or something, dude. And you know what I'm saying? The gym's great for that because you have people that are better than you and you got people that are worse than you. So like, you know, it's a very humbling community to go to a gym, you know, a public gym. And I love it, bro. So like, you know, I've become obsessed with this whole fitness thing to the point where, yeah, I'm not on that level yet, but that shit takes years, man. It takes fucking years. And I've been working out consistently for the past 3 years, man. Like there's been times where I forget to take days off. And like, I'll go one day I went, I think it was 14 days straight, and I didn't even realize it because I was going up from Boynton Beach down here up in Boynton. So like I would do the gym here, and then I'll go up there, and then like I'll come down, and then like the next day I'll do boom up here, but I'll do the gym up there the next day, and then like I'll forget like when my days off were because I was just so fucking flustered with like the truck and the food and this and that and boom and the lifestyle down here and all that stuff that that I went 14 days, 15 days straight to the gym. And like, you can't do that. Your body's, you know, needs recovery and needs rest. You don't grow in the gym. You break down in the gym. Muscles break down in the gym. They recover in the sleep. You know what I'm saying? So when you break something, in order for it to grow, you got to add stuff to it, right? So that's what muscle protein synthesis is. It builds the muscle back up. It repairs it. And then like there's a surplus of muscle tissue because it's got to repair the already torn tissues. You get what I'm saying? So at least this is what, you know, information that I've learned from the web. Like I said, there's a lot of misleading information. There's a lot of information that's false. This is the best information that I have come across, to be honest with you. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm incorrect 100% because I've done a lot of research. And then what I do is I go off of, if like when I started looking into fasting, you know what I'm saying? Like I realized I watched a lot of videos about it, you know, and there were so many things that correlated together. So many different physicians, so many different scientists, so many different influencers would do research, pull up trials, and like they would show proof of what happens when you fast. You know, the whole autophagy, whatever, the cellular hydration, and you know, it gets all the bad cells out. And you know, and then you know, you start tapping into you using ketones, which is stored fat for energy, which means now you start to go into, you know, fat metabolizing. You know what I'm saying? So the liver starts metabolizing fat to be able to keep you going. So with that being said, I saw at least, bro, like for like about a month straight, I looked up that shit. You know, I was looking it up, different celebrities do it. They have this, they have proofs. I'm like, okay, so boom. By the amount of the most consistent facts correlated to fasting, there were so many things that everybody said that were the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like if everybody were to say, hey, like we're gonna put you in a room and you're gonna tell us what color you see, and then 99% said blue and 1% said otherwise. You know, you're gonna think that that's a pretty clear study. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely blue. So fasting definitely is beneficial. Obviously, obviously you still have to maintain your sodium because sodium is what keeps your organs functioning and it keeps you hydrated at the cellular level. So whenever you do a fast, you do have to have magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Because let's say if you do a fast, right, and you want to lose weight and you want to have autophagy, which heals you, you basically need to work out. And then when you work out, because you're gonna when you're fast, you actually work out and you actually still preserve lean muscle mass while burning ketones, stored fat, as energy. So you're burning fat in the gym, preserving your muscle, which means it doesn't deteriorate, it doesn't shrink, and damn, brain fart as fuck. And whatchamacallit? Whatever. Anyway, so then so like when you sweat in the gym, you're actually excreting magnesium, potassium, and sodium because that's what's in your sweat. So you need to supplement for that. So when you're on a fast and you want to become a superhuman, you do it for 3 days first. And you do every single day, you have to make sure that you supplement with real sodium, like Celtic salt, something that's not refined, straight from the ocean. Malden salt is good. Baja Gold is a good brand for the salt. I think Redmond's, I think he has a salt as well. What else? But anyways, this turned into a whole entire fucking nutritional fucking facts video, 16 minutes long, talking about pizza and shit. But I'm gonna have to smoke before I eat this fucking pizza. This is gonna be impossible. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, so like fasting, boom, so many fucking consistent facts. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to say that most of that is true because it's always being followed through with, as far as like what they say. So so basically, and also I was just looking at it. Bam. One whole pizza has where is it? Carbs. It says here 600. The last picture I saw, it said 400 something. So 400 grams of carbs is great. So like, let's say if I were to go weight train, right? All sets to failure, heavy as fuck, intense workout, stimulate muscle growth, bam, then I come home, and then after that I have like about a 3. People say, oh, you gotta get out of the gym and have a protein shake with some carbohydrates in 30 minutes. No, bro, they did math, bro, and they did some science and shit, and that's out there too. There's many studies, and you have about a 3, I think, to 5 hour window for you to be able to still replenish like the glycogen that was used in your muscles, and then and also the protein to add to your body to have activated protein synthesis while you're out of the gym, right? So imagine eating this whole pizza after your fucking intense workout, bro. 400 grams of carbs to replace the glycogen in your muscle and to add carbs to it to make you grow. And then remember, muscles are 72% water and the rest of it's protein and something else, right? So people think that muscles are made of protein. No. Protein is just it's a chain of amino acids. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain select group of amino acids that create a molecule of protein, right? So this right here has since my protein to maintain for my protein content daily to grow decently, I'd say like about half a pound of muscle within a week or two would be probably, I'm not sure about that number. I'm not really sure because I read very little on that, so I cannot say that I'm correct on that as far as the half pound of muscle of every week or two. But whatchamacallit? So this right here, all right, I'm supposed to take what, 180, 190, that's what I weigh. I'm supposed to take that to grow. So this right here, this pizza alone has what, 240 grams of protein. That's like, bro, that's a lot of extra grams of protein that's way past my level that I need for growing. So imagine this one pizza will literally make me grow. If I were to have the balls to eat this shit every single day, once a day, which would, bro, it would drive me crazy. I wouldn't do it. It's just too much, bro. It's so cheap. I would save bajillions of dollars on this shit. And it's just so much gluten, and pizza takes days to break down your digestive system, your colon and all that shit. So like if I were to eat this every day, the toxins that would be compiled on and on and on, it would be literally just compounding gluten and stuff. And like that's bad for your gut. Gluten was never really good to the gut. It's always been sensitive to gluten. So at the same time, like it's not the best. Like I said, I always tell everybody, this is a fucking awesome dirty bulk cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like there's several dirty bulk cheats that I have. Like for example, when you go to get the chicken wings at Publix for $16.99, I think that shit has like fucking, I think I saw it said 4,400 calories. I don't remember the protein content. It's chicken, so it's probably less. But I remember when I looked at it, I was like, damn, dude, 4,400 calories in fucking with like, I think it was 20 something wings or 16 wings, 20 wings, bro. I'm like, yo, that's wild. Like, I could fuck this pack of chicken wings up alone and still probably be hungry. So, dude, if I can, and the thing is, when you look at those things, it's Publix. You know what I'm saying? They have to be transparent with their ingredients, obviously. So, their fucking ingredients in that shit is terrible. They got sugar, all the other types of sweeteners. It's got seed oils. It's got, bro. It's probably the worst option. That's why I say it's a dirty bulk. So like you're gonna get side effects. Like if you're on gear, you're gonna get bad acne. You're gonna get fucking maybe rosacea. The skin's gonna be affected because everything in the gut. Like they say that the gut is the second brain. I think it's the first brain because when you eat something, the first thing that food goes into is the gut, and then when the food is in the gut, the food that you put in the gut is what gets in your bloodstream, and then bam, that's what goes, and flows and circulates into the brain. So I feel like the gut is actually the first brain because it gets the things that it's needing to spread out into the body first than the actual brain. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking eat food and then it goes to your brain and then it goes to your gut. It goes, I could be wrong about that too, but it just, what I'm seeing, what I'm saying, like I try to be the most common sense thinking kind of guy, when it comes to these things. So, so that's my take on that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna make a video while I smoke and watch other things, XRP, whatever the fuck. So I'm gonna make another video for it because it's already been 21 minutes and we've been talking about this pizza, and I really hope I can get it in, bro. 4,400 calories, 4,200 calories, 4,200 calories, 230 grams of protein. And what's crazy though? When you're on gear, which like I'm on gear, blood pressure is a really big thing, right? So like the sodium content here, remember sodium is good for you when it's from salt, like like original salts and stuff like that. So the sodium content in each one of these pizzas is like 10,600 milligrams. It's high. It's very high, bro. So excuse me. So it's like I said, a dirty bulk. So like you have to really to recover from this when you do a refeed. Once after you do one of these things, man, you want to go light the next day. You want to go heavy protein, but you want to avoid carbs because the carbs is what gets stuck because of the gluten and stuff like that. And because carbs have fiber, so like if they get stuck in your belly for longer than the protein does, the protein gets broken down faster in your body and gets used for, whatever it needs for protein, muscle protein synthesis, and etc. But the fact is, when you do this, it's like when you eat McDonald's, that just stays in your system for like 3 to 5 days. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there fermenting because all the fucking preservatives and all the fucking gums that they use and all the fucking yoga mat ingredients that they use for the bread and the fucking ammonia that they put in the meat to preserve it. It's just fucking sick, dude. And the seed oils that are in there, it's not going to help either. You know what I'm saying? It's going to cause systemic inflammation, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's important if you do follow this and you want to do this because you want to bulk, listen, get the Costco pizza. Do it like once a week if you're really on a bulk stage, but then the rest of the week, I would say do it 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And have that as like your only meal. You know what I'm saying? And I would even try to maybe add protein to it, like have some eggs in the morning and then have this as your lunch dinner. You know what I'm saying? Eat half the pizza for lunch, half the pizza for dinner. Boom, you'll get the protein. You get the good fats or whatever. What's up? You get the good fats or whatever from the eggs in the morning, and then what you do is you get the pizza in the afternoon, and you eat half. That's going to be 2,100 calories. And then boom, at nighttime you eat the other half, and you're going to have another 2,100 calories, so 4,200 calories plus the calories from the eggs. You get what I'm saying? So that will be another 300-400 calories depending on how many eggs you eat. I usually eat 6 right in the morning with about 4 or 5 little chicken sausages with no toast, no carbs in the morning. So then so yeah, I'm gonna smoke and get back to all this other stuff. We're just gonna keep talking about it, whatever. So yeah, peace, love, happiness. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog King Tolo. He taught me that. Smart guy. Yeah, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna find some videos to watch with you guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Love you guys.